Garden Warfare 2. I love this game, but I really want to play a good plant, but I don't know what's the best stock character. Well, that's where I come in, because in this video, I'm ranking every single Garden Warfare 2 plant from worst to best, not the variants, just the stock variants. And starting out, we have the pea shooter. I've used pea shooter a lot, and let's just say this: it's a canon event. If you've played this game before, this was your first character that you played, besides Sunflower. Pea shooter is just such a good starting character. He has good splash damage in the form of his uh pea gun, and deals a ton of damage, especially from range. He does 35 with a direct shot, which can basically destroy most uh, basic variants, and does a good amount of damage to his normal variants. Pea Shooter to other variants of zombies. Pea Shooter has arguably, or not arguably, objectively, the best variant in this entire game, which I'll go over in the future. His first ability is Chili Bean Bomb, which attracts every single base zombie, and if anyone's close to it, deals up to 150 damage. Second is Pea Gatling. You have 100 shots and deal 12 damage head and 10 body to any zombie. Uh, and it's honestly a really good ability. It does have a long cooldown though, so be warned. And you can't move while using it. So yeah, it's kind of bad in that way, but besides that, it's really good. Second is Hyper, and last ability is Hyper, where you just go really, really fast. Nothing much to say. You jump really high and can go really fast. Overall, Pea Shooter is just a great all-around all-star in this game because of how just incredible all his attacks are. So overall, I think that puts Pea Shooter pretty high on the tier list. And honestly, I think he's probably one of the best stock. Well, not one of the best, but he's the most reliable stock variant. So where does Pea Shooter exactly go? Well, I'd say he goes in average, in between Super Brains and Captain Deadbeard. Overall, Pea Shooter is just a really good character, but he's not the greatest character in the world, but at the same time isn't the worst. So overall, he's A tier. Next is the plant team's healer, Sunflower. Sunflower has the second lowest health out of any stock character in the game at only 110. However, this is because she is a support, so she has less damage herself, but can heal a ton of damage. Her first ability is the Heal Pulse. This has no cooldown, and it heals 2 damage per second against every single plant that you use it on. You can only use on one plant at a time, but it still is really good for that. Second ability is the Sunbeam. This is essentially Pea Shooter's Gatling, but a constant fire beam rather than just a Gatling. And finally is Heal Flower. You just place down a flower, like the flower pot, but you can place it down anywhere. This has its own health, you can heal it, and it's overall just really good, especially as a healer. It has some great variations as well. Overall, this is just one of the best flowers. This is one of the best healers in the game. I will say Scientist is better, just objectively. This is just an objective fact. But overall, she's still pretty good. Well, not Scientist is better. Scientist is good as a healer if you have the right loadout. But without the right loadout and with just the base abilities, Sunflower is way better. Miles ahead. And that's why I put Sunflower top of A tier. Let me just change that. Or top of B tier, sorry. Sunflower is probably one of the most iconic characters in this game. You start out the game as Sunflower, but she's also just really, really solid, but not quite as A tier. So yeah. Overall, I think I have to put him where he belongs. I love Chomper. He's my bestest boy, and I love Mailer characters in video games, but he's just not that good in this game, so I have to put him here. Okay, so going from that sad, the thing that makes me sad, to an honestly really overpowered character, Cactus. He is the sniper character of the plants. I suck at aiming, so I'm not good with Cactus, but objectively, Cactus is just one of the best characters in the game. He does 25 damage. Body shot. But Cactus's loadout, I'd say, is probably the worst out of any plant. Or, let me rephrase that. Worst out of any character in this entire game. His first ability, Potato Mine, allows you to place down a potato mine, and you deal a lot of damage. It's difficult to get zombies to actually step in it, which is why I think it's the worst, and it does have some buffering period between when it works. But it's good when it works, so yeah, I have to say it's pretty good. Third is Walnuts. This is the All-Star's shield ability. You just place a shield and it protects you and maybe one other plant. But his best ability, by far, is the Garlic Drone. You summon a little drone with clunky controls, yes. But overall, just a good drone. But it goes away the second you get hit, which is why a lot of Cactus players stay really far away from the battlefield when using Cactus. So overall, Cactus is just not great in terms of abilities, but overall, just being objectively a sniper character makes her one of the best characters in the game because she can do a ton of damage. Also, she has a charge variant, which is very overpowered. Let me go over here. And boop. So where do I put Cactus? Did you guys expect anything like different? I'm putting her in A tier. Simply just because like she goes above Super Brains even. I don't like playing Cactus because I suck at aiming, but she's just objectively one of the best stock variants in the game. Not the best because these two exist and one other you'll see later, but she's just top of A tier. And now is that variant I just said you'll see later. Corn. Colonel Corn overall is just one of the most iconic characters in this game, and also one of the best characters in this game. He has the Cob Busters, which do incredible damage, and is essentially just the plant soldier. Not essentially, just is the plant soldier. And is very good, dealing incredibly fast damage. Like, look at this. Also, I dodged that sonic grenade, I'm crazy. His first ability, you throw down a hot potato, and you drop a butter barrage, which creates an explosive butter in an X pattern. Then, second is the Husk Hop, where you just jump and you consistently shoot down. That's incredibly useful for securing kills, but not that useful besides that because you do move pretty fast. And then finally is Chuck Shot, which is just the plant CPG. Does a ton of damage and basically guarantees a kill on anyone. So overall, just one of the best variants in the game, one of the best stock variants, one of the best characters in the game, one of the best classes. Corn is Foot Soldier, who's already one of the best characters, but plant. So he has to be good, which is why he gets put straight up into S tier. Arguably, he has better abilities, so I have to put him above. You know what? I'm putting All-Star as the only character in S tier, with Foot Soldier and Corn in Broken tier. They have such a high DPS and such good abilities, they have to be up there. And now immediately going to a much more mid character, Rose. Rose is the support character, but instead of being a support, she was more just of a annoying character. Like starting out, she has magic thistles, which deals like 10 damage. So not a lot, but it's really annoying and can, if like really pile onto a couple zombies, can be annoying. And then second ability is just Time Warp, where you slow them down and they lose access to their abilities. And second is Arcane Enigma. You become this purple thing, and you become invincible, but have a timer and have a burst attack that takes 33% of that timer. And then finally, Goatify. You turn them into a ghost where they can basically do nothing, but they keep their health. And overall, this ability just this character as a whole is all right. She's pretty underrated. A lot of people don't like her because she has a really annoying playstyle. But Rose is just one of the most annoying characters in the game, honestly. Like I would not like be surprised if someone said that Rose was their least favorite class. She's difficult to play, but at the same time really easy to play, if you can understand that. And is just so annoying to when someone does well with her, so yeah. Because of that, I have to put her in B tier. Where's Rose? Rose. Arguably above Imp, but behind Sunflower. She's a support character that doesn't heal, so she's not that great, but overall, she's still a great class, and she has to be put into B tier. And we end this video with probably one of the best characters in the game. Well, not best tank, like 100%. Citron. Citron isn't insane, but he is a really fun character to play. He is the plant's tank character, who has an infinite beam that's just simply overheats at times, like here, and you just have to wait for it to unoverheat, and then you're fine. Or like stop. Then there's EM Peach, where you just shoot out a small little explosion. One of the most annoying abilities because you just get stunned for so long. Then you have the third ability, Peel Shield, which is just a shield that only helps you from like attacks from like far away. Has a good amount of health, so it's pretty good, but if someone's right up in your face, you're still gonna get hit a lot of the time. So overall, it's not crazy good. And then finally is Citron Ball. Citron Ball has its own abilities. One is just the Pea Shooter's Hyper, but without the jump, you just go faster. And second is the Citron Ball Dash, where you just dash, you stay in stationary for a couple seconds, and then dash forward. Overall, Citron is probably one of my favorite stock variants in this game. Like, I play this guy, like, a lot, simply just because one, because I haven't gotten any Citron variants, but second off, because he's just fun to play. The fact that he's a tank means that you don't have to worry that much about him, getting just defeated by the zombies, and he's overall just a fun character. And even though tanks are supposed to be slow, he's not exactly that slow either, so he's overall just a really good character all around. And on that note, he's just like plant all-star, so he has to be pretty good. He's certainly worse than all-star, even if he has a much more interesting playstyle, but he's still pretty good, so yeah. And thus, I put him in A tier. God, why does that keep happening? I put him above Pea Shooter, but below Super Brains. He's a great character, but I wouldn't say he's up with All-Star. He's still a great character, and honestly, really, really, well rated, because a lot of people think he's good. And thanks, guys. That was the entire video. Please subscribe.